All right, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. And as always, peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. Getting straight into it, man. To those who doubt, being when we come into this truth, we're gonna run into a lot of individuals of our nation, especially that just doubt the words of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and they want to pick and choose. They'll call themselves believers, call themselves to have some type of faith about themselves, but time will reveal all, man. And with the spiritual discernment that the Lord has blessed us with, we should be able to see past their BS, man. All right, and especially as it relates to your so-called family, man. All right, we don't know who the elect is right now. That's why we call ourselves the hopeful elect. But that's also why the Lord commanded to give diligence to make your calling and election sure. And if you see a man or a woman that isn't with your discernment, because you don't know what a man's doing in private, all right, or a woman is doing in private, but with your discernment, if you know they're not giving diligence to speak truth, then you know they probably are slotted for destruction. All right, so we'll get straight into this. This is Romans 3 and verse 3. For what if some did not believe? Yeah, so these unbelievers, man, all right, especially of our nation, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called blacks, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native Americans, all right, shall their unbelief make the faith of God, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, without effect? Um, Yahweh Shema Shah forbid. Yea, let Yahweh Shema Shah be true, but every man a liar, as it is written. And you have to understand, when we speak these things and we're speaking truth, it's not from us. It's coming from the Lord. So the truth that we speak is actually the truth that's coming from Yahweh Shema Shah being spoken through us. Okay. But everything else pertaining to the flesh, you know, is a liar. All right. And a lot of our people are carnal, and that word carnal goes into pertaining to the flesh. So hey man, they're liars at the end of the day if they're not teaching the entire truth, man. I got people in my immediate family that call themselves or think themselves to be righteous men of the Lord. My earthly father, for one, I done fell out with him again through the spirit. He just got a bunch of demons on him. And you know, it's very, very vexing. Year after year, we go through this. We go through a period of time where it seems to be cool, and it really we're only cool when I don't speak truth. And it's not necessarily just things pertaining to the scriptures. It could just be truth, you know, involving our family interaction. He got them spirits on him. He don't pray and fast in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai, so those spirits that's on him are not coming off of him, man, because the Lord Yahweh Shai taught us that some of these spirits that hop on a man or a woman can only leave you by prayer and fasting. I'm paraphrasing, but you know, if the spirit leads, I'll get that out. All right. But everybody's a liar, man, if they're not coming in the spirit of truth, man, which is the spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And it goes on to say that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings. And that's what we hope. All right, that the Lord is going to justify us and manifest these things that we're speaking to these people, whether they be Hebrew Israelites or whether they be members of the other nations, man. All right, we want to be justified, and we do believe in what we're saying, but the whole world doesn't see it yet, man. When they see Jacob's trouble and see the mark of the beast, then they'll know a prophet has been among them. But right now, as far as our people are concerned, we get no respect. Okay, even our own families and brothers that's been in this thing, you know, a little while, definitely have experienced that, man. Trust me, I guarantee you, every brother, some family member has definitely rejected what we're a part of, man. All right. And might is overcome without our judge, man. All right. But again, the whole point being, so what if some did not believe, man? All right, it's not gonna change prophecy. It's not gonna change the fact, all right, the truth that we spiritually believe that we are the true Israelites, man. All right. So we don't care if you other nations don't believe it. We don't care if our parents, our family members, our mother, grandmother, don't believe us, man. We fear Yahweh Shem Shai, and we care and we love Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. And me personally, I can testify that when the Lord does shake things up in relation to my so-called family, it makes me cleave unto the Lord more. I here I am just having a damn mental breakdown. We often do, but we pick ourselves back up through the Spirit, or the Lord picks us back up. But having a mental breakdown with my father, and he's just, just keeping it honest, man. He just got a real bitch ass spirit on him, And I love my father. I don't mean to, because I know what the Lord commanded about honoring, our mother, our father, and our mother. And I do. I have, I try to always come at him with respect. I'm never just talking crazy. And my father would never even allow me to do that. I can't be using slang and shit like that. I gotta come to him a certain way, man. And I always have, but he got spirits on him. That's the end of the damn story. I pray for discernment. I pray that my discernment grows. I feel like the Lord has blessed me with a specific gift to be able to discern spirits and the spirits on people, and I can see it from a mile away, man. He get real fidgety, and he tries to change the subject or deflect in anything that he even thinks would require accountability. You know what I mean? And I'm just absolutely sick of it. It's exhausting. It's vexing. But again, the whole point of this epistle is, so what if he don't believe, man? I'm not going to stop serving Yahweh Shema Shai just because me and my father, disagree, you know? And we got to remember, let me get this right quick. Just a second. Just a second. Yep. Man, why is my battery going out? All right, let's go to the book of Matthew. Matthew 10 and verse 36, man. Straight to the point. A man's foes, enemies, all right, adversaries, shall be they of his own household, man. And this is to us, for us, the ones that truly believe. This is actually a faith booster that we may be of the Lord's elect. That's why we again call ourselves the hopeful elect, because everybody's not going through this. Now eventually, sure, in Jacob's trouble, everybody's gonna go through it because it's gonna be Jacob's trouble. But right now, the Lord is separating, his from the ones that aren't his, man. That hopeful elect versus that 2/3 of the nation of Israel that's gonna be destroyed. And again, a man's foe shall be they of his own household. Verse 21, Matthew 10 and 21, going up, and the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against the parents and cause them to be put to death, man. You see what I'm saying? Hey, the Lord said he came to not send peace upon the earth, but a sword. I like to bring that out a lot. Again, that sword being symbolic for division. All right, in war and conflict, man. That's what the Lord said he came to do. So knowing this, a so-called Christian will hear this and they'll shy away from it, and they'll change it, or they'll just act like it doesn't exist, man. One, they don't really go through it because they probably not the Lord's hopeful elect. See, if you want to his, you're gonna experience this on some level now, because again, the Lord is putting that separation. He's building us up, for what we're getting ready to go through. Again, yeah, it's gonna be beefs, and it's gonna be a hell of a lot of conflict during Jacob's trouble, but right now, in relation to us having the truth, all right, there's that spirit of division, all right, there's that separation. And because we have the truth and we're speaking that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem and Hawashai, we're gonna have enemies, man. And again, we should have all had experienced that. Now, if your family, if the Lord, went up, manifested that your family are believers in this truth, I call hello Yahweh Bahashim and Hawashai for that. But for a lot of us, our family didn't rock with us, man. They didn't rock with Yahweh Bahashim and Hawashai. They didn't rock with the prophets, man. So the Lord said he's not a respect of persons, man. So guess what? His sons aren't either. So anybody can get it. Anybody can get it, man. All right. And we gotta walk circumspect ourselves. We gotta walk with a certain fear. Our righteousness as the Lord's hopeful elect is likened unto filthy rags, man. All right. So with all that, if our righteousness is a filthy rag, how much do I personally think about an individual that claim themselves to be a believer, all right, and still calling upon, an idol name, which my father does. I'm just being honest again, man. This is just the spirit of truth. I don't mean to, talk down to my father, but I'm not gonna lie for the man. All right, he got a bunch of spirits on him, and it's absolutely ridiculous. And he's a freaking pastor. He got his own church, man, own congregation, own building, and he got people that attend the church, man. So he's supposed to be not only a believer but a leader. And once you come into this thing, you acquire a certain skill set: patience, mercy, love, understanding. All right, whenever I just try to talk, and I'm this man's only son, on this earth, as far as we know, it's sickening. It's sickening. But I thank you how about Shema Shah, because I know that this is the Lord preparing me for whatever is going to happen. So just that little bit of friction that we have going on when I try to tell the truth has prepared me for my parents to turn their back on me and turn me over to Esau Edom in relation to Jacob's trouble, not taking that mark of the beast. Them white folk come, or whatever, whoever the hell come, and be like, oh, where's your son? It's not a doubt in my mind right now. Now the Lord could definitely, the Lord, I'm just, speaking through the spirit, man, using that discernment. I truly believe as of right now, my parents, all right, and a lot of people of my family don't have enough faith not to take that mark of the beast, man. You know what I mean? My father, he's been prospering. He got him a little, I call it a mini mansion. I mean, it's you know what I mean? One of them houses, you know what I mean, that you see, you know what I mean, in the books, you know what I mean, back in the 90s and shit, home books and home and garden and shit like that. And I could hear how fragile he is, because the economy and inflation is affecting everybody, and my father as well, man. So I could feel and sense how fragile he is. And the reason why I say that in relation to Jacob's trouble and that mark of the beast, they're so fragile. They haven't been in the quote unquote trenches with the Lord's hopeful elect. They haven't been praying and fasting consistently, fasting often, like the Lord said that his disciples would do. All right, they've been prospering for reasons I don't really understand, other than the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And when it comes test time, or temptation time, man, they're gonna fold, man. Now again, the Lord could have mercy upon my family and put a spirit upon them, and they may come in at that last second, Lord willing, that's the case. But if not, we have to be prepared to continue the mission and finish the mission without our loved ones, man, and trusting Yahweh Shema Hawashai that we're gonna get it all back, man. So again, if the Lord is not a respect of persons, neither am I. I don't care if my dad don't believe, man. I'm absolutely sick of this shit. You know what I mean? You go through so much trying to serve the Lord to the best of your ability. You're already dealing with this world, and the few times that you are, vulnerable to, because I don't like to show my vulnerability to these 2/3, man. You know what I mean? I keep it up to Yahweh Shema Shai and the brothers, man. I don't like to, but I just, we all have our limits, man. I was kind of breaking down, trying to cry out to my father, and he basically just didn't understand it, man. He don't understand, and the reason why he don't understand is because there are demons on him. There are spirits on him that's causing him to, be confused, to cause him not to be able to be receptive to what his own son is trying to convey to him. How effed up the world is, and it's because his ass is prospering, man. And I'll just leave it at that before I get more and more upset. But let's go to the book of Second Peter. Second Peter. This is Second Peter verse 1-19. Yeah. Second Peter 1-19. We have also a more sure word of prophecy. One of my favorite precepts, man, that sure word of prophecy, meaning, hey, man, the things that we're saying, line them up versus with what the so-called Christians are saying. That all they preach to the people is prosperity gospel and just believe, man. What about all the bad things that continue to happen on the earth? When does it get good? All right, you know what I mean? When does it get better? When is it peace, man? All right, it looks like things are gradually getting worse. It looks like the storms are increasing. It looks like pestilence is increasing. It looks like chaos is starting to ramp up, man. All right, you see all the death, destruction that goes on a daily basis, man. The school incidents, man. All right, these mass death incidents caused by the modern day sword. You know what I mean? All these things, man. It shows that we have that more sure word of prophecy. It seems like we're going into that tribulation more than whatever the hell the so-called Christians are talking about, man. Whereunto you ye do well that ye take heed. And we got to take heed to the words of Yahweh Shema Shah. Unlike these 2/3 Israelites, man, they're not taking heed to the warning. I'm warning my father, warning my mother. I prophesied through the Spirit, man. The Lord let me get that mark of the beast off real quick, man. It was when I first came into the truth, man, around what I think 2017, and the Lord allowed me to go over there and prophesy to them about that mark of the beast. And it was short and sweet to the point, because they very finicky. Again, they think themselves to be believers and servants of the Lord, and they're not. It is what it is, man. I'm just sick of pretending, man. They're wicked as hell. My mother wicked as hell, and she's so meek and soft spoken. And that's why the Lord, says, teaches us that all wickedness is little compared to the wickedness of a woman, paraphrasing. And it isn't just because she's just blatantly wicked. A lot of that has to do with that, her hiding her wickedness and hiding behind, being soft spoken or feminine. You see a soft spoken female or something like that, and you'll think she's not capable of any death and destruction, manipulating and stuff like that. And that's how the woman gets you. She captivates men with her beauty and her femininity, if I said that right. And a lot of men, become weak, and they become blinded to the wickedness of this woman. I'm not going for it. I don't care who it is. The Lord not a respected person, neither are we. Now I pray for them, but it's starting to manifest more and more. I pray for them, but every time I try to, speak truth, they just don't get it. But the Lord let me prophesy about that mark of the beast, man. So it's in there, and they know what it is. I got it off through the Spirit, so we'll see, man. And if they're gonna take heed, man. But it ain't looking so good. Just like how the world went through that test run with the juice, man, and how the Lord's hopeful elect stood strong and didn't take that juice. Everybody else, for a couple reasons: fear, confusion, pressure. You know what I mean? Pressure to losing their jobs, pressure to losing their family members, etc. Fear of actually dying. All right. And just, confusion, not knowing what's going on. And pretty much everybody in my family that I know took it. There's a couple of my cousins that claimed they wasn't gonna take it, and one of my cousins that said he wasn't gonna take it, he took it in the name of, because Bitma, we call our grandma Bitma down here, that's her real name. Not, they ain't like some, Nana sometimes, that, but the South, from the South, man, we call our grandma Bitma. And that's what he told me. I did it cause of Big Ma. Like, what the hell? I thought you was, you know what I mean? I thought you had a little strength about yourself, cuz, but you know what I mean? That pressure, all right, is gonna bust those pipes. Or like my brother was going into a camp when I was crying out, cause I was really going through it, and I was at camp crying, man. Um, Pressure also create diamonds, and we don't want to be like the burst pipes. We want to be, like that fine gold, man. So the Lord is applying a whole lot of pressure. And I always like to speak because this is my experience. This is what the Lord is taking me through. For other brothers, that haven't necessarily went through that type of turmoil with their family, I've testified, I've done videos on more intensely the dealings with my father and my mother, and how just effed up shit has gotten since I've been a teenager, to be honest. And once the Lord's hopeful elect, always the Lord's hopeful elect. All right, so if I be one of the Lord's elect, then that I was predestined before the foundations of the earth. Romans 8:29, man. All right, so when I came out my birth mother's womb, it was already up, for me to have that type of discernment. And we pray, to finish our work and endure to the end, man. All right. And I'll finish this and again. So 2 Peter 1:19. We have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place. And this whole place is in darkness. Our people are in darkness, and we're likened unto, light unto them through the spirit of power of Yahweh by Shem Shah. It's just a lot of them not taking heed. And that's the will of the Lord. We understand that. Until the day dawn and the day start arise in your hearts. All right. Oh yeah, in verse 20, knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation. All right, so that's what we're trying to convey to our people, but they're so prideful, they don't want to hear nothing that we got to say. Why? Because our people are prideful as hell, and you can't tell them nothing. Why? Because they think they know every damn thing. Soon as our people get to be about a teenager, you know how it is with that pride that we have, thinking that we've experienced it all, done it all, seen it all, done it all. That's why the Lord said this is gonna be a time like no other. So for all you big and bad motherfuckers out there, my uncle, when I first came into the truth, same thing. Telling them basically and this is like before I came into the wisdom knowledge of Yahweh Shema Shai, we're Israel. This is like just me knowing, getting, the spirit upon me that the world was coming to an end. Like this, quote unquote, it was going down. The whole Illuminati stuff was being revealed early, what 2011, 2012 area. And trying to prophesy to my uncle about on where we're at in the world. And his exact damn near exact response was, man, people been saying the world ended. You see what I'm saying? Because he's a little older than me, right? He think he done seen everything. He's a man of war. He been Desert Storm, high ranking, what, sergeant major. One of the highest ranks you can get enlisted, or the highest rank, command sergeant major. Um, been in Iraq and all that shit. So you can't really tell him nothing, man. Cause why? He think he know everything, cause he got a little bit more age than me and a little bit more experience. So he think he done seen it all. Well, we'll see how well he does when the Lord put that thing upon this whole entire earth, man. We'll see if you seen a time like this. We'll see, nigga, did you go through that pandemic? You didn't go through that. And it's crazy because we're all just big kids, man. All right. We're aging way too fast, but that's good. All right. That's the Lord speeding up time. The Lord said he would speed up, up these cut time short for the elect's sake, man, or else there will no flesh be saved, man. So even as it relates to how long we live, you remember in the quote unquote biblical days, which we're still in the biblical days, but back in the day, all right, how long, men lived 500 years plus. We're not even making it a fraction of that. I mean, obviously it's a fraction of it, but you know what I mean. We're not even getting close to that. So we're all just big kids. We're all growing up too damn fast. That's why we desire this kingdom. Seeing the kingdom, time gonna move slow again. We're gonna get a chance to enjoy our children again, man. You know what I mean? And watch them, grow slow. We're growing up too fast, getting in too much shit way too fast. And before you know it, in a blink of an eye, your whole life has passed you, man. You went from a child to an old grumpy man. It's what it seems like in a blink of an eye. We gotta get out of here. There ain't no way to live. So, a lot of our people be puffed up because they age so fast. They ain't nothing but big kids. My father ain't nothing but a big kid. And I brought this up before. Just really meditating on the first fruits. If you know, you know. I'm not gonna sit here and teach that lesson today or right now. It isn't on my spirit to go into the first fruits, but you should study to show yourself approved and know that Yahushua is the first of the first fruits, and we pray and hope to be a part of that harvest of those first fruits when the Lord's second coming happens, man. All right, but if that is the case, and you should know, if you are a man that hopes to be at that 144,000, or a true believer in Yahweh Shemashah, you should know that Yahweh created his brothers, his 144,000 brothers, right? So that means, if those were the first spirits created, that Yahushua created, that means that every member of that 144,000 is older, predates everybody else on the earth, including your mother, your father, your grandma, your great grandma, your great great grandma, etc., etc. All right. It's amazing how the Lord it has to be true. If the Lord created his brothers first, that 144,000, that those powers that are spoken of in Genesis. All right. The Elohim, we have to, those men, and we pray that we're those men. We have to be older, quote unquote, or predate the rest of these people. This is just a manifestation of how the Lord got our spirits back on earth this go around. Whoever our mothers are, it is what it is. They're not really, if you can receive it, you know what I mean? If you can receive it, Yahushua created us. We didn't come from no woman as far as it relates to our spirits, man. Yahushua created us, man. So that woman, and that man that claim themselves to be, our parents, all due respect, they're not. and you could see that as we grow in our maturity through the spirit, as we, start to be like we're supposed to, have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding like we're supposed to, as those hopeful sons, and you see that everyone else is kind of behaving like effing children. You see what I'm saying? Don't have no accountability. That's likened unto a woman and a child, bro. We got to have accountability. My father don't have that, so I look at him like a child in relation to the spirit. Got, again, the utmost respect for this man, but when it comes to this spiritual thing, I'm not playing no games with nobody. Look how hard the Lord and how serious, austere the Lord is towards us, man. It's never good. You think you're good in one day, and then the Lord will show you, no, you got to finish this work. You got to keep on going. You got to keep on enduring. The servant is not greater than the master. There's finna come a time where they may good and well put their motherfucking hands on you. We got to remember that. And then you see a clown, all right, not calling him out, but anybody. It's not just my father, but anybody that isn't hearkening unto the warning, man. They're clowns, man. They're like little kids, man. Just no accountability, excuse for everything. And it's just exhausting. That's why we pray to Yahweh Shema Hawashah for a few days. And if not, we should be praying for that. Myself, first and foremost, we should be praying for a few days left upon this earth, so we don't have to deal with it, so we can live in peace, man. All right, and stop all this, back and forth with these idiots, man. We want to be in our own place, and we want to worship Yahweh Shema Hawashah in perfection. See, we can't serve the Lord like he deserves to be served in this flesh, man. So we want to get those perfect bodies and be, and offset Yahushua. You know what I mean? All right, let's see what we got. Yep, Book of Proverbs, the wisdom section. Proverbs 1 and verse 22. How long, ye simple ones? Our people are simple, simps, dummies. Sadish is what the Lord calls them, stupid. All right. Will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge? All right. Turn you at my reproof. I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my works unto you. How is the Lord doing that? Through the prophets, man. All right. Through the teachers, through the prophets. All right. Through the apostles, prophets, disciples. Every man of Yahweh Shem Shai that has got the spirit to teach. Okay. Verse 24, because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. And that's our 2/3 of the nation of Israel. The Lord is sending out this warning, sending out this token of love. All right. And starting with Yahweh Shai, and we come in the same lot as the king, all right, suffering and having to do the work that the Father commanded us. We coming in that same lot, and we're seeing it show its ugly head, what we're part of. I'm telling y'all, man, like, just through my spirit, if you ain't seen your family turn their back on you, it's gonna be a sight to behold, and it's gonna hurt very much so, especially if you have a decent relationship with your family. Could be your wife, could be your child. All right. It got revealed that my child said a couple petty lies concerning me. Now I'm going to forgive her, of course, and we're going to keep things moving. We'll deal with it, how the Lord wants me to deal with it, because you just can't be lying on me, shorty. But hey, you just brothers better be ready, to keep it moving for Yahweh Shema Shai, because it's gonna get ugly, and you can probably bet your bottom dollar, some members, if not all of your damn so-called family, gonna turn on you, man. And Lord willing, it's not your wife. Lord willing, it's not your child. Like, Lord willing, it's not your immediate, like your own family, if the Lord has blessed you with that. Verse 25, but ye have set at not all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. Guess what the Lord said? Because of that crap, you goofies, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh, man. Hey, that's the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai right there. So, the Lord is going to remove his ear from hearing you cry out, man, during that time of terrible tribulation, great tribulation, Jacob's trouble. Even now, until we're smack in the middle of Jacob's trouble, the Lord say he's gonna laugh at your calamity. Now, he's not gonna do that with his hopeful elect, because we do believe that the Lord is merciful. We understand through historical accounts from my brothers, all right, that the Lord is merciful towards the ones that quote unquote deserve it. And how you become a deserving of mercy from the Lord? Being obedient, coming in that fear and being obedient. That's how the Lord say, if you love him, keep his commandments. And if you're required to teach, you got to feed his sheep. Those are the two ways that the Lord said we show love unto him, man. That is, coming from the top on down now. All right, I don't know what the world calls love, but that's how, the Lord said to show love towards him. So we got to be doers of the word and not just hearers only. And that's what a lot of so-called believers do. Them Christians, you know what I mean? They talk a good game. Well, it ain't really a good game, but they talk. All right. But when it comes to real deal action, real deal humility, they don't have it, man. All right. So I know they're gonna fold again like wet napkins during Jacob's trouble, or during any type of pressure. Just like I was talking about the pandemic. However, my whole family folded under that pressure, man. You think they're when their house is in jeopardy, or I mean, because it's so many ways the Lord is gonna, man. You see the storms coming. It's nothing for the Lord to send a storm, and then you got to be dependent on FEMA. All right, that'll be an immediate thing, man. If the Lord sent, and he's going to do it, because earthquakes in diverse places, storms, tempests, all these things are coming down the pipeline, man. So that's just one way to get you out your damn house and have you to see where your faith lie at, man. All right, are you gonna bow down? Now again, we use the world, not abuse it. So we'll take anything that they giving us other than that mark of the beast, man. If they handing out free money, if they giving out stimulus checks, man, and the, the girl I'm dealing with, she was up there in that storm that just passed, or the Helene one. And they gave them folks $700 checks, man. You think them folks didn't take it? And if you in that situation, you think we're not gonna take it? Take it. Again, that's a use it, not abuse the world. But once that mark of the beast comes, though, that's the cutoff for us, man. All right, that's the cutoff. All right, we're not gonna take it through the spirit and power. How about Shema Shai? I pray we don't. All right, because it's gonna be pressure, but this is why we go through the things that we're going through now. Fasting, feeling, just not only the spiritual things, that the spiritual growth, getting those demons off you, and you're praying for spiritual growth, wisdom, knowledge, understanding, a greater fear, but actually just being hungry, feeling what it's like not to stuff your freaking mouth, all right, constantly, all day, every day, all right, which a lot of people do, especially in relation to the obese, and definitely the more is it morbidly morbid morbidly obese, hella fat people, that just eat all day, man. Gluttonous, you know what I mean? And not thankful for that daily bread, man. And you motherfuckers are definitely eating a whole lot more than daily bread, man. Eating up all the damn food, man. You know what I mean? Shit, eating every hour. Look at bodybuilders. I mean, they got to do what they got to do. And hey, man, if you serving Habashim and Hawashai, do what you do. But if you're not serving Habashim and Hawashai, look how gluttonous being a bodybuilder is. These niggas, especially when they're competing, man, I've seen, because I was into that at one point in time. You probably couldn't tell now via sacrificing and fasting and but I was into that definitely when I was in the military. But you take like Jay Cutler or any of those bodybuilders that's preparing for their show, man, they set alarms. They got cooked. These niggas will wake up in the middle of the night, constantly feeding their body. And here we are as the Lord's hopeful elect, doing the exact opposite, constantly fasting, making our body a living sacrifice by praying and fasting, going out on the highways and byways, doing these epistles, to the best of our ability. And it hurt. It hurts, man. And I often cry and complain to Yahweh Shema Hawashai. Man, when I was in Iraq, I got this from my battle buddy. He was, I could call him a friend. He's an Edomite for face value. And we was talking about how we was in Iraq and the contractors that they was sending out there were making a shit ton. Like they was clearing. Definitely, I don't want to, the average person definitely clearing 80,000, out there. And that's like the minimum, that they was making out there, those contractors, while we was in that war. And we was just talking, and I agree with what he was saying. And he was like, we really, which we do, and we definitely needed more money, but we was like, we so noble about this thing of ours. We not asking to get paid more. We're just asking to pay them less. And that's how I feel about these 2/3, man, or these men and women that you could just see are wicked. You could see that they don't care about Yahweh Bahashim Shai. If they don't care about the Lord, they definitely don't care about us. You see what I'm saying? And all I'm just trying to convey and cry out to the Lord, through my spirit is, just Baba Kwashai, give them less. I was going off last night. I was really in my feelings, seeing it. I just snapped like through the spirit, seeing Bronny, LeBron's son, right? And I'm just trying to figure out how this man gets called a king, okay? And the Lord just gives these niggas so much. It hurts, but we gotta. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. I know that we're supposed to be in our captivity, and I often try to convey it in such a way. Are they in captivity because they live better than some of the Edomites, some of our people? I looked at how many millionaires, so-called black, it was millions of them in Babylon the Great or in the world, and billionaires there was not a lot, but I think it was about like 7. I don't remember the exact number, but it was a few so-called black people. And I'm like, damn, are we in captivity alone? Just the Lord hopefully elect. Who are these? Why does King James? That's just being in my feelings. You snap every now and then. Why does This nigga LeBron get to be the king of in the face of the NBA for all this time. He get his stature, get a loving family, get fame and fortune, and his son Steph Curry, Dale Curry. Like, who are these Israelites to receive so much from you? How about Shema Shah again when we're starving? It'll piss you off. But like I say, Lord willing, we respond the correct way. Because we know that, yeah, we believe, man. I believe the Lord is not a man that he shall lie. If he say he gonna get him, I got to believe that. It's a little hard, especially we start talking about the women. And so it gets a little hard, to see it on a daily basis. Oh, the Lord gonna get them, the Lord gonna get them. Because it seems like they prospering. And that's why the Lord told us not to envy, these wicked people. All right, they're gonna catch it. All right, and I believe that. But some days I have my days where I'm just pissed off. I'm like a F LeBron, F everybody in the NBA, F everybody in the NFL, because I'm like, damn, why did they get and these, like, come on, man, no homo. Hey, I have to say that, but come on, man, a lot of these niggas, I mean, come on, we Israelites, bro, handsome, right? They got their stature, they 6'8" and up, you know what I mean? They got all the women, they got children worshiping them, they got the money, the ability to, especially when you're elite in that. Like, come on, man, what do we get? And that's why we gotta look at the bigger picture and know what the Lord has promised us. I'm still in my feelings about it either way, because I'm like, we're in our captivity. Why do they get so much? They still got the experience of it, even though ours is gonna be everlasting and will be, princes and kings, for all eternity, which definitely trumps this temporary shit. It still bothers me personally, man, to watch our people who are supposed to be in captivity who aren't. See, if you serving the Lord, I could care less how much the Lord blesses a brother. I'll call hello, y'all by Shema shot. We pray to be blessed. But when like a whore, like like the OnlyFans chick, let me go there. All right, like how do you get rich? Or you start to like really like just question things, man. But the spirit gonna get you back, right? You be like, why does the Lord let a whore? I can understand him, letting a whore get be a whore and get some food or whatever. But some of these motherfuckers have become damn near millionaires from being a whore. It's really vexing, all right, and that's why the Lord taught us through these scriptures, man. What is wisdom maketh a wise man mad, and we desire wisdom, and we're wise enough to see right from wrong. So it's driving us crazy, which the only response that we can give is to serve the Lord 10 times harder. If we're able, that's the only way. We got to finish the mission, so that the Lord can bring down these 2/3 down, down to reality, because don't they need a reality check? Goodness gracious. And I'm just, it's just getting late in the day. I'm just getting upset, with all this play stuff, and we the ones suffering. If not just for our suffering, reverencing Yahweh Shema Shai, doing what's commanded to us to the best of our ability. And again, you see that these Israelites around you not doing nothing like that, but prospering. It'll make you angry. It'll make you want to jump the gun. It'll make you want to like put your hands on some people like real quick. Like, damn, how you got new, how you, damn, you gonna, damn, I thought Buddy had a heart attack. I thought, okay, cool. Oh no, the Lord let him, LeBron and his son. Now they are, because I liken that to, the relationship that we have with our Father. I liken that. Let me just keep it all the way 100 in this epistle to Yahweh Shai, in the Father Yahweh. Now we know everything is the will of the Father, but Yahweh Shai has not received his glory. So I'm jealous. The Lord said he was a jealous power. I don't, there's a difference between coveting and being jealous righteously. I'm jealous for Yahweh Shai, because I truly believe in this power. I believe that he's alive. I believe that he died for the Lord's hopeful elect, that this is real. And our King has not got his glory. So I be damned if I'm not going to say nothing, all right, out of passion, all right, for what we believe in, about this nigga calling himself, or the world calling this nigga King James, and his son following suit. man, it'll pitch. It's like, man, does the Lord hate us? I feel like that sometimes. I feel like trash. And look at what happened to Yahweh Shah. And again, still haven't got his full glory as it relates to the people. Every knee bowing. All right, that hasn't happened yet. And this, when he was a man, I don't really like the. We kind of like feel a certain way, But come on, man, they beat the living hell out of our king, man, and killed him. Who the fuck is LeBron and Bronny to be fucking rich and famous while we suffering, starting with Yahweh Shai? We suffering, man, and it'll piss you off, bro. And it really like I say, we sons, I'ma convey through the spirit the way that I feel when I pray to the Lord, the way that the spirit's gonna let me convey it. You brothers know I'm telling the truth though, because I don't want to ever seem like I'm like going against the will of the Father, but I gotta speak the truth. I don't like that Yahweh Shai hasn't got his glory from these idiots, these whores, these killers, and this nigga and his son out there shining. What about the true son? Just like my situation with my punk ass, punk ass, you know what I mean? And like I say, if y'all think I'm being crazy, check out my epistle when I testify on my earthly father mocking the name of Yahweh Shai, Habuki Kuki. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I didn't say it. That's what my dad called Yahweh Shai. I'm never gonna forget that. He had spirits on the calling our king Habuki Kuki. I'm never gonna forget that. Who the fuck is this nigga? I'm just sick of what I'm just sick of the most. I know it didn't went to this, but I'm just sick of our people because guess what? I don't mind Esau prospering. It's his kingdom. It's his time to shine. I don't care about them having matches. How the hell are our people supposed to be in captivity and ain't prospering as much as they are? Now, it's nothing compared to the kingdom, and it ain't nothing compared to what the so-called elites got. But goddamn it, if we barely getting our daily bread and y'all niggas got all this fame and fortune, the hell with y'all. The hell with y'all. And like I say, the hell with y'all. And the only thing I can do, to the best of my ability is continue to serve Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. And, let me get this last one, man, because I'm getting a little, what's but I'm just speaking the truth right now, man. All right. This is Proverbs 6 and verse 16. These 6 things do the Lord hate, man. Yea, 7 are an abomination to him. A proud look. Ain't that our people as a whole just proud as hell, especially the woman, because of that little body, them little hips. And I say that in relation to the new bodies that we gonna get. We up here just showing off these little bodies. Everybody showing off their little bodies. You know what I mean? Just proud, lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that be swift and running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. But the first thing the Lord named was a proud look, man. And that's the spirit of a lot of our people, the 2/3. Y'all are too effing proud to say that you was wrong. Don't have no accountability. All right, it's nothing to the Lord's hopeful elect. It's nothing to a meek, humble man to say he was wrong, man. We was wrong. We went off, man. But we pray and we cry to y'all by Shema Hawashah. We present our bodies as a living sacrifice. Lord, please stop this. Please, can we get out of this captivity? Please, we sorry. Now we see the error of our ways. We don't want no more pride. We don't want no more judgment from the Lord. Just a little bit of judgment that he has brought upon us is enough to put that fear in our hearts again. We remember the fear of the Lord. Who the hell is fucking King James? And I ain't talking about, the Bible. Talking about this nigga that got rich and famous doing the same shit that the whole nation can do. Boy, we all can hoot to a certain level. Who the fuck is you niggas to get rich about it, though, in captivity? What captivity you in, nigga? You ain't in no motherfucking captivity. None of you niggas that's prospering. I don't care what y'all say. Nigga ain't in no captivity. Nigga ain't suffering. And then like when you really be suffering and you really been, and the Lord done took you through a little bit of the trenches, and I say a little bit because we ain't made it yet and we got some more trenches to crawl through. But when you really been in it and you really got some real faith and really have used your faith in times, man, you ain't finna play with these people. I mean, I be quiet a lot about a lot of things, man, but the spirit upon me to speak on these things, man. All right. So again, to those who doubt, It's how I started this off. I know I went, on my little rant, but it's the spirit of truth, man. But I said that to anybody that doubt Yahweh Bahashem Hawashah and the words that we are speaking through the spirit. All right, that this place is about to be judged, and if you're not serving and reverencing the Son, Yahweh Shai, it's your ass, man. It's your ass. How our Lord and Savior then got hands put on him, been marred more than any man. All right, do the math on that. Have you seen Emmett Till? Have you seen the picture of Emmett Till? That means Yahweh Shai look worse than that. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, LeBron. Fuck out of here, NBA. Fuck out of here, NFL. Fuck out of here. Fucking industry. Sick of you niggas. All of you niggas. It is beautiful to see something like what's happening to Diddy, Cosby, R. Kelly, but it's a whole bunch of our people prospering. I hope, man, when it's World War III, I hope the Lord put a spirit upon these niggas to go absolute crazy and get the whole goddamn college football players. They are perfect to go to war. They're in shape, they're strong, and they got a little bit of discipline when it comes to listening to their fucking slave master, that coach. So send their ass to that damn World War III. I hope and pray that that's what the Lord do. Cause there it is. You need an army, college right there, bro. That college football shit, college basketball. Get them niggas. And I'm sick of it because again, we all do that. And it's just folly. It's a game. They're getting all this and it starts. It's really shit. Middle school, middle school with college. Hell, that college is shit. And I think they got way more teams in the NFL and NBA. That shit is out of control. All the reverence and money going into that, man. I'm just sick of it all. I was loving that pandemic when things was getting shut down. Or did it? Or did they put them niggas in the NBA bubble to continue in that folly? Because folly is set in great dignity here in Babylon the Great. A bunch of play shit 24/7, man. But I don't want to go too crazy. I'm gonna leave it at that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Hawashai. Well, matter of fact, let me leave it off here. Oh, wrong one. I would say Ecclesiastes. Yep, this is Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. I'll leave it at this. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh, but Hashem Yahweh Shah. Again, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls just God, and Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man. All right. And keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Remember, that's how we show love unto Yahweh Shema Shah. You claim to love the Lord. Keep his commandments to the best of your ability, man. All right. It don't mean do what you want to do. It just means that a lot of things that pertain to our law we can't keep perfectly because we're in our captivity. All right. But with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear again to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, the water, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Let's finish this thing, man. So, talking to myself first and foremost. All right, Shalom, Israel.